Hello, I'm HomoArrosor. Welcome to this explainer. Let's ground ourselves in reality right now. It is exactly July 2026, and the definitive architecture of the new technocracy is absolutely no longer a hidden secret. For years, we looked at disparate threads of global power, of breakthrough technology, and of massive capital flow, and honestly, to the untrained eye, they seemed like mere coincidences. But today, the veil is entirely lifted. The definitive exposure of the new technocracy's grand design is now public knowledge. When we meticulously piece together the verified facts, a completely startling, crystal-clear picture emerges. We are going to look directly at the exact engineered mechanisms shaping our new world, a world built quite literally by the PayPal Mafia. And we will see exactly how the Pi network serves as its ultimate, undeniable final link. Let's get right into it.
The most crucial missing link has been found. We are no longer looking at scattered clues, but a verified operational matrix. I need to state this with absolute certainty. I have been intensely researching this massive global puzzle since 2025, tracking the capital, the technology, and the ideological shifts. For a while, it was a complex hypothesis, but in June 2026, everything changed. The secretive Dialog network was fully leaked. This exposure is the definitive smoking gun. It perfectly and undeniably validates my extensive research from 2025. It proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that the supposedly isolated movements of tech, capital, and political elites were in fact intentionally coordinating within a highly structured operational environment. My earlier research is now fully validated by these concrete facts.
Let's meticulously unpack this June 2026 exposure of the Dialog network, because it pulls back the curtain entirely. Peter Thiel and data entrepreneur Auren Hoffman co-founded Dialog way back in 2006. The leaked documents reveal exactly 222 elites from the highest tiers of technology, the military, and politics meeting in extremely private retreats. But make no mistake, this is absolutely not a casual social club. It functions as an incredibly sophisticated, algorithm-driven human networking operating system. Its literal purpose is streamlining global geopolitical alignment among these 222 elites. Dialog is the explicit operational coordination node for the new technocracy, operating silently until this very leak. This Dialog exposure exhaustively confirms a highly specific, strategic division of labor designed to consolidate power over our digital and physical infrastructure. This validates the exact findings of my November 2025 research. The strategy is real, and the roles are rigidly defined among the PayPal Mafia. Peter Thiel handles the overarching philosophy and the immense capital deployment. Elon Musk engineers the physical production layer through artificial intelligence and advanced robotics. And Nicholas Kokalis builds the identity and network infrastructure required to hold it all together. The coordinated network among these figures is an undeniable functioning reality. It is not a theory, it is precise execution.
To really grasp the massive magnitude of this operation, we have to step back to the year 1999. Years before PayPal was even sold, Peter Thiel mapped out an exact, uncompromising blueprint. We can explicitly dissect it today. The vehicle for this revolution, mobile phones acting as tools to bypass state control entirely. The mechanism to achieve this? Private decentralized currencies. And the ultimate unwavering goal? Absolute individual financial sovereignty. This blueprint from 1999 was not a loose prediction. It was the foundational step-by-step architecture for everything they built over the next 2.5 decades.
The crucial driving force dictating the architecture of this entire machinery is a deeply ingrained philosophy of anti-collectivism. This is not just historical trivia, it is the absolute core. Rooted firmly in the Stanford Review era of the late 1980s, this ideology demands the absolute defense of individual liberty and a complete uncompromising rejection of any top-down social engineering. This exact philosophy dictates the architecture of the new global system we see today. It ensures that power remains completely decentralized at the protocol level, stripping control away from centralized authorities and placing it directly into the hands of the individual. Moving over to the political sphere, we clearly see an uninterrupted political ascent translating this philosophy into real-world authority. During the first Trump term, Peter Thiel acted as a singular tech capital bridge, essentially establishing a crucial beachhead inside the political establishment. Fast forward to today in Trump term 2, and we see a complete transition into core execution power. You have figures like J.D. Vance focused heavily on political execution, David Sachs shaping national crypto policy, and Palantir alumni steering major military defense systems. The philosophical blueprint has successfully and tangibly transitioned into undeniable state execution. Which brings us directly to the concept of the startup state. The United States is currently executing Peter Thiel's 0-to-1 national strategy. This means building entirely new paradigms from scratch at a massive, sovereign scale. This involves the explicit rejection of central control, clearly demonstrated by the federal ban on central bank digital currencies to keep financial rails private. It includes an aggressive, sanctioned expansion of US dollar stablecoins and the absolute, non-negotiable pursuit of global AI dominance. The nation has actively adopted the exact decentralized architecture formulated all those decades ago.
Now, to build this specific world, you need a highly precise capital engine. We must look at the precise mechanics of the Thiel venture capital ecosystem. It acts as a perfectly self-replicating capital machine. Founders Fund serves as the core institutional backer, intentionally funneling massive capital directly into Stanford's StartX accelerator. And sitting at the exact center of StartX as its founding CTO is Nicholas Kokalis. Nicholas is the specific architect tasked with building the global infrastructure this entire decentralized system requires.
The structural reality permanently closes the investment loop. Pi Network is absolutely not an isolated project floating in a vacuum. Ulu Ventures, composed directly of StartX mentors, officially lists Pi Network in its public portfolio. Furthermore, 137 ventures, made up explicitly of Founders Fund alumni, participated directly in Pi's funding rounds. The financial and ideological roots of Pi Network are entirely intertwined with the capital ecosystem engineered by the PayPal Mafia. The connection is direct, verified, and undeniable.
When we compare past iterations against this blueprint, a fascinating pattern emerges. PayPal brought us online payments, and Bitcoin brought decentralized currency, but neither fulfilled Thiel's entire 1999 vision. Pi Network is the exact structural fulfillment of that original blueprint. It achieves what PayPal and Bitcoin could not. It is mobile-first, it bypasses state control, it allows for seamless asset tokenization, and crucially, it provides the ultimate missing link: verified human identity functioning entirely on-chain.
So, why is this verified human identity absolutely critical right now? Because we face an immediate technological imperative. We have entered the era of infinite generation. One malicious actor easily generates 1 million AI agents and wallets to fake network consensus. This threat is known as an AI civil war. The core security metric is no longer how much computing power do you have, because AI simply scales infinitely and breaks that model. The new urgent paradigm demands a human on-chain layer. The system must know exactly how many unique, verified humans are behind these accounts. This human layer is the only defense against the AI civil war.
Let's thoroughly break down this defense architecture, because this is exactly how the system survives. It starts with verified humans mapping their real-world trust into localized security circles. These micro-networks seamlessly merge into a massive, attack-resistant global trust graph. The network uses this exact graph to achieve consensus, utilizing a protocol called Federated Byzantine Agreement, or FBA. When malicious AI attempts to penetrate the network, this human trust graph instantly isolates the fake nodes. It neutralizes the AI penetration and secures the network in real time, relying purely on verified human trust rather than brute computing power.
And you need to understand, this system is not theoretical. It is currently operating at massive scale. Through Pi Verify, over 18.1 million fully KYC verified humans act as an active identity as a service layer. External applications route directly through Pi to filter out bots, turning human identity verification into a massive utility. Furthermore, over 421,000 nodes currently function as a vast, distributed commercial AI cloud. They process external AI tasks dynamically. This is a massive scale of human utility currently in operation, actively powering the global AI economy.
Let's decode the mathematical and structural symbolism of pi itself. It is not just a random Greek letter, it is the universal constant maintaining the ratio of any circle regardless of its scale. Structurally, the network deploys this exact concept. It utilizes a singular, constant protocol to unify millions of fragmented individual human trust circles into one cohesive, unbreakable global order. It mathematically binds the decentralized pieces into a sovereign whole.
This brings us directly to the ultimate macro formula shaping our current world. You have Elon Musk engineering an absolute explosion of abundant physical production using advanced AI and robotics, making traditional physical labor entirely optional. But infinite production alone does not equal fair distribution. This is exactly where Nicholas Kokalis and his precise execution of value capture come in. Nicholas engineered the protocol to assign ownership of that massive robotic and AI abundance strictly to verified humans participating on the network.
I must emphasize this definitively. Universal high income is the structural guarantee of on-chain human ownership. It absolutely does not arrive as a traditional government handout. That is the old, obsolete paradigm. Instead, universal high income is realized as a continuous, automated stream of on-chain income. It is generated by your verified human participation, your computation, and your secured trust in the AI economy. It flows directly to you because you hold a cryptographically secured seat in the network.
Let's clearly separate the undeniable current facts from the structural interpretation. We know for a verified fact that the Dialog network of elites leaked in June 2026. We know as a fact that the US is actively adopting pro-stablecoin policies. We know as a fact that VC firms directly tied to Founders Fund are heavily invested in Pi. The unavoidable structural interpretation is this. Dialog serves as the coordination node, Trump Term 2 acts as the execution engine, and Pi network functions exactly at the foundational human trust layer required to stabilize an entirely AI-dominated economy.
So, where does this undeniable trajectory lead? We arrive at the ultimate conclusion and the final step. Money, contracts, and real-world assets are all moving entirely on-chain. Autonomous AI agents are operating natively on-chain. The inevitable, engineered final step is the Pi network officially connecting its massive, verified human identity layer directly to these external AI agents and real-world asset production environments. It guarantees humanity a permanent, unshakable sovereign seat at the table.
Humanity's sovereign seat in the AI-driven new technocracy is not a theory. It is a fully engineered reality. Everything from Peter Thiel's 1999 blueprint to the self-replicating VC machine to the exposed Dialog network points to this exact, inescapable conclusion. The grand design is executing perfectly. As this human trust layer completely activates and integrates with the infinite AI economy, the only remaining realization is fully grasping that your verified place in the on-chain human layer is the foundational truth of our new world. Thank you for joining me for this explainer.